Hey Mum.
Hi darling, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. All the better now that you've called me.
Listen, I know I'm not going to be with you this Mother's Day, but I wanted to give you a quick call to first of all say Happy Mother's Day. More importantly, I'm going to take one of your recipes that I loved as a kid and share it with the whole country. Is that all right?
Oh, thank you. Of course it's okay. That's lovely.
What did Luke and I used to do for you for Mother's Day?
Oh, you used to bring in a breakfast tray with breakfast for me.
Well, you know what? My boys, Hudson and Emerson, do the exact same thing for their mum because I taught them, so
That's lovely.
the tradition lives on. Well, I love you, Mama.
Love you too, darling. Thank you so much for ringing.
See you soon, darling.
Bye, honey.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Love you too. All right, Mum, this one's for you. It's your scone recipe. I've made a tiny little tweak to it, but happy Mother's Day. You're going to love it anyway. I didn't have cream, so I've used buttermilk instead. I think it's actually going to give it a really nice, tiny bit of acidity. All right, let's make it. You take 3 cups of flour, you toss that into a big bowl. Now, I'm going to take my baking powder and just sprinkle it pretty evenly. If you don't have a sifter, I don't stress out about it. Just give it a good mix with your hand, just like that. Then you add a little bit of salt, just a pinch. Once we add our liquid, there's going to be minimal mixing. Okay, you take your buttermilk and you take your milk, pour them in together. See how I made just a little well in the center there? Now my mum's recipe tells you to mix it with a butter knife. I'm going to break the rules, Mum, but I will use the handle instead of the spatula. The detail is you don't want to overwork the flour, all right? You go in and you just very, very carefully mix this. Tip it all out onto your countertop. We're going to bring this together with as little kneading as possible. That looks pretty good to me. Okay, once this comes together in this kind of little ball, all you do is grab yourself a rolling pin and just gently roll it out. You might want to just flour your pin. Okay, once you're happy with the thickness and you're looking for 2 or 3 centimeters, grab yourself a circular cutter, dip it in just a little flour, and you're going to cut your scones out. All right, we're used to greasing pans, aren't we? But you don't have to. With this recipe, you just grab a tiny bit of flour and dust that over the bottom of your pan, just like that. Pick up your scones, drop them on. If you want to brush them with a little egg wash or some milk, that'll give you a really nice glaze, but my mum didn't, so I'm not going to either. What you're going to do is stick them in an oven, about 180 to 200 for about 10 to 12 minutes. After 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes actually, you want just the tiniest little tinge of brown colour. These scones are ready to go. Pull them out of the oven. I'm going to go ahead and drop them down here. Now this is something my mum used to do. And she said, well, I do that because my mum used to do it. So I do it because my mum did it and my nan did it. And this is what I do. I take my scones, I pop them onto a tea towel, wrap it up like that. And then you keep them until you're ready to serve them. I actually like the idea of serving them in a tea towel just like this. Now have them however you want. I like it with a little bit of butter, and then my mum actually makes delicious lemon butter, so this is in her honour. A little bit of beautiful butter, a little bit of that gorgeous lemon curd. Or if you're more of a traditionalist and you want to take a little bit of jam and finish it with some beautiful clotted cream, whipped cream, be my guest. And that is what my mum used to make for me when I was a boy, and I tell you what, it still tastes just as good. Happy Mother's Day to all of the beautiful mums in the world.